Hello, everyone. Just wanted to get on here and talk about the reason why I haven't been really doing anything with my YouTube channel. I mean, other than that one video I made like a month or so ago, but that was only able to do that because of this phone right here, which a little story about that. I found this phone on the side of the road, and what looked to be remnants of either car crash, car accident, or whatever, and I was supposed to take it into the cops, but at the time we were getting ready to move because we were supposed to. It never happened, but this phone ended up being packed away for the next 3 years, so I ended up finding it again, factory resetting it because I figured, why the hell not? And cops most likely forgot about it. So I made that video and put it out there. Now I'm making this one with it. And it's a small phone too. It's actually a bit smaller than the other two that I've got. So the issues I was having are about the things that there's a reason why I wasn't making any videos. Is number one, tripod broke. Yeah, that sucked. That was actually the second reason why. I since then found another one that I wanted, ordered it, but ended up getting sent the wrong one. And after using that one and thinking about it for a little while, I decided to keep it, which I'm using it right now. But number one reason was that this was acting up. It would the screen would either freeze. I would be typing a message on Messenger, and like when I was the words I was typing would lag behind. It would take like a few seconds, or not a few seconds, but like I want to say about 10 seconds, and then the word would appear. I would go to send the message. I messaged someone, and then it would take and switch the person that I was sending it to, so the wrong person would get the message, and that happened a few times. That I would have to explain this to those people, which it was a little bit annoying, but not as bad as the main problem that I was having, and that was getting this damn thing to charge, or recharge rather. It started off taking like an extra hour to fully recharge. That turned into a whole day, then 2 days, then 3. And at one point, this happened once. It took a full-on week just to recharge to 100%. And then I was messing around with the 2 chargers I have that I could use on this, and I was switching out, like going around doing combinations between like the cord parts and the end pieces that plug into the wall, because I have like 4 of those parts, but I only had 2 of the cords, as well as doing a combination between putting them in different outlets, and it was charging a lot, charging a little faster that way. But at some point it just stopped charging altogether, and I was on it, and then it went down to 20%. I figured I'm just gonna turn it off for now. Couldn't get it charged at all after that. I figured, well, I'm not turning it back on. So can't get it because I can't get the damn thing to recharge anymore. And well, was talking to it about or about that to like a handful of people, including a cop. And the reason why I was talking to the cops because of something that happened to me, which I'm not really comfortable with talking about on here. I mean, maybe it's, eventually at some point, but just not now. Not in this point in time, anyway. He said that it sounds like it could be battery, that 9 times out of 10 that it is. It was telling me about this phone place in the mall, and I knew he was talking about because I saw it when we were walking out the middle of the mall one day. I told the cop that I wasn't sure if it was a place that sold phones, bought them, repaired them, or all of them, but I hadn't really checked it out. But my mother had an appointment because stopped being able to use this all the way back in on September 6th. And also the problems I was having with this, been having a problem with past 6-7 months. And it was like all the way back, like early in the beginning of the year. Anyway, my mother had an appointment, and this was last month. She had a doctor's appointment in Midland. I asked if I can go so I can get this looked at. She said she didn't care. So I went, got it checked out. Guy asked me what I could do for you today. I told him I got my phone looked at and checked out. He said, "What seems to be a problem?" And I was telling him everything. And he said, "It sounds like the problem is the battery. 9 times out of 10, it is." Which I laughed and said, cop told me that same exact thing. Both laughed about it. I mean, I laughed a little bit more. He thought it was funny. I mean, because it actually was. I'm like, well, is there any way you could take in? Because I took and told him about the other problems I was having. I said I'm not sure if it's that or what, or if it's something else. Because I told him about the other problems. He said that I don't know. Don't think the battery could be causing those issues. And he says that sounds like it's either one of two things. Either could be the charger port piece, which is this part right here that the charger plugs into. Or it could be the motherboard itself if it's this piece, the charger port section, the phone. And then it's no problem. But if it's like the motherboard part itself, or whatever the hell that one board is, then I might as well just get a new phone because all my data and everything is pretty much gone, would end up being gone, which wasn't selling too well with me. So I asked him, like, could he take and get brand new pieces for it? Because I had the money and I can easily pay for it right now. I said, yeah, sure. What kind of phone do you have? Like, well, I'm not exactly sure what kind it is, but we ended up figuring it out. Got the 2 pieces ordered. It cost me practically $75 to get it, the pieces, or for the two pieces themselves. And he told me that there wasn't going to be a manual labor fee. I asked him how much that was going to be. He said it would be $25. I said, okay. Now this part is actually pretty important for later on because it's going to get brought up again. Now, fast forward to a month later, on the 4th. Oh, actually, it was the 2nd when I got the call, but because my mother had to go to an appointment on the 4th in Midland again. I asked if I go. Originally, she said no, but we ended up getting a call from the guy saying the parts are in. Asked when we'd be able to come in so I can put it in my phone. I said, well, we gotta go down there Tuesday. Well, my mother does. And then on stop. And before I said anything to him, I asked if I can go so you can put the parts in my phone. And she said yes. I told the guy Tuesday. So Tuesday came, went down there. The guy wasn't there. The guy that I works for with him told me that his car broke down. He had a flat tire. AAA was giving him a hard time. And asked me if I could stick around because he would be there around 4 or 5 o'clock. So okay. Went and checked out all the places that I wanted to. Walked over to Walmart, checked to see if they had this certain thing that I wanted to get my mother for Christmas. I did. And then I walked back. He still wasn't there, but my mother was. She was ready to go home because it was getting late. I said, okay. I was pretty disappointed because I was really hoping I can get it fixed that day. He called the very next day, on Wednesday, and asked if we could come in so I could put parts in my phone. Excuse me. I'm like, well, I don't know because I don't have a whole lot of money left, and then my mother's boyfriend started saying something, so I couldn't hear what he was saying after that. I asked him if I could just call him right back. He said, yeah, sure. So my mother asked me, you know how much money I have left? I'm like, I don't have a whole lot of money. I don't have a whole lot left. She goes, well, do you at least have the money for the fee? I said, yes. So I put that up. She said, okay. She ended up basically paying for gas, or giving her boyfriend money for gas. We ended up going down there. I owed her money, but it's fine because we ended up settling it. I told her to basically take the $20 extra that she gives me once a month to help her out around here because she's got leukemia and ovarian cancer, so I still live with her to help her around because there's things she cannot do and stuff like that. And she just gives me an extra bit of money for it. Anyway, I told her to take that and keep that this month instead. She said, okay. Went down there. He told me it was going to be about an hour till everything was done. I said, okay. So I just walked around the mall. Because it was like 5 o'clock when we were in there, and it wouldn't be till 6 o'clock when he got done. 6 o'clock rolls around. Go back in there, get my phone, because he called my mother, and she came at me. Well, actually, we ended up meeting right around the time I was walking back there. So he told me about what he discovered. First thing is that the original charging part, it had corroded. It was all nasty looking, and that's why it wasn't wanting to recharge anymore. And that's what kickstarted all the problems I was having. Oh, speaking of which, there was one other one that I didn't mention that just came to mind. So on Messenger, I wouldn't get messages sometimes, because I wouldn't get them right away. So I would get them like an hour or two later, if not longer. And some messages I wouldn't even get at all that people sent me. I would only find out after I went on Messenger to check to see if I got any messages, myself. Anyway, on top of that, he showed me the battery, and it was all like veiny or whatever. It looked like it was about ready to explode at any time. And then it told me about the manual labor fee. Remember when I said earlier about and told me it was originally only 25? Yeah, this is the fucked up part. He told me that I owed him $85. I'm like, what? I don't have $85. I have 25, like you told me last time. It's like, that doesn't sound like me. Well, that's what you told me. I'm like, is there some way we can do some kind of a payment plan? And he goes, you're on a fixed income, right? You only get money once a month? And I said, yeah, because I did. So I told him this the previous month. But I get SSI checks every once a month. You know? As much as I'd rather work, but I can't because of my disabilities, which sucks. He said that here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna lower the price down from 85 to 50. And do as you said. I'll do the payment plan with you, because it's not like I can't not do the put the parts in, because I already did, or can't not do it because I already put the parts in, rather. And then I'll do as suggested and do the payment plan with it. And I'll take the 25 now from me today, and then you get the other 25, bring it in whenever you're, able to get down here, and give it to me, or give it to the other guy who works here. If if I'm not here, he said. Said all right. We shook on it, and that was that. But in the meantime, while during those 3 months, I was using my old phone, which is this one right here. The reason why I got this one in the first place is because thing this one like to do, which is just really annoying. So, okay, you can't see it, but there's these 3 icons. There's right here is a square, a circle, and a sideways triangle. What this like to do is this: spray and press the hell out of this, and then it would press down and do this constantly. I'm not joking when I say it did it like a couple hundred times in a minute. And then that would end up popping up. But at some point it stopped, and I turned it off, and I then stopped using it. That was towards the end of 2021 that well, not towards the end 2020. It was right around the beginning of 2022. Because I ended up getting this one. And both of these of which of these are government. Well, no, actually, well, yeah, they are both. They're both government phones. This one I got from my ex-brother-in-law. This one I got in the mail. And that plays a factor in it because even if I wanted to, I couldn't just get another phone, transfer everything because it's not under like like Verizon or anything. I'm not able to just go to one of those places and have everything transferred over because it's a government phone, not one that you buy from the store or anything. And so there's a lot of things on here that a lot of important things on here that can't be replaced or anything. Which that's why I was adamant on getting it fixed as a top priority to me. Also, I was trying to get worried about my aunt because she had 2 strokes, ended up in the hospital, and then afterwards it was from smoking cigarettes. She's been smoking for I don't know how long. Excuse me, but you could probably easily say that it's been for a long time. Anyway, she got out, decided that she wanted to quit for good. She wanted to rehab, to, so they could help her quit smoking for good. But after that, I wasn't able to. So we didn't really hear from her after that, and I was really worried. So it's another reason why I really wanted to get this fixed so I could check in on her. And the reason why I'm not being as loud and probably why you might barely be able to hear me is because I'm trying to be quiet because my nieces and nephews are over for the weekend. They're currently sleeping right now along with everyone else that's in the house. So it's 3:49 and it's technically Sunday, November 9th. I don't know when I'm gonna end up uploading this, but probably won't be the usual time that I usually do it. Which is right around 12 in the afternoon. But we have since gotten a hold of my aunt, so she's actually doing better. She's back at home now with her boyfriend. So yeah, that's basically everything that's been going on. Oh, and by Tuesday, I meant it was this Tuesday on the 4th, and then Wednesday on the 5th. But yeah. Anyway, later.